Hey guys, Coach Mark here from CrossFit Jungle Gym. Today we're to go over a couple mobility pieces that we can do to help alleviate some of those tight wrists we might be experiencing during some movements in the gym. First, we're starting off with something called a barbell forearm smash. You're going to need a barbell. Any weight goes, but the heavier the weight, my personal opinion, the better, because we'll get into a little bit deeper into the muscle to help loosen up the musculature around the tight joint your wrist. So we're gonna start with the barbell. It is laying on the floor. We're gonna pick up the shaft part. Here's the way the plates will slide onto the bar. That's the part we're gonna be using for the next piece. I recommend about 1.5 minutes per side. Anything more than that, it works perfect. It's just icing on the cake. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna go palm to the ceiling. We're gonna pick the barbell up. We're gonna place it on top of the forearm. Anything from the elbow, or like the armpit of the elbow, to the wrist is free range of motion to go. I'm going to find that spot and search for it. Now, more specifically, what we're searching for is like a tight spot or a tender area. And what we're going to do is once we find that spot, we're going to apply some pressure down on the bar by pushing down with the opposite arm. We're just going to curl the wrist back, and then we're going to extend the fingers out and open the hand fully. Curl up and extend the hand out. Once you get tired of doing that, you can move on to a different spot. You can keep rolling down and even kind of pushing back and forth without just rolling the barbell. It's a little more efficient and effective if you can press and pull, or push and pull that barbell, or pull on your skin almost. So once you find that spot again, try pressing it out this time, almost like towards your wrist to your elbow, and then curling your hand back. That makes a whole difference. It's a lot more intense, but again, it gets a lot deeper than your typical press down. So really think about pushing down and pushing it towards your wrist if I'm pushing that direction, curling back and extending my hand out. Or I can do the opposite. I can grab it from this way, I can press down and push back to my elbow and do the same exact hand motion. Anything really goes. Alright, once your 1.5 minutes is up or more than that, come with that barbell and just get some wrist circles side to side, and you're trying to feel some, almost like a difference around the wrist areas. There's a little more greased up, you can say, or it's a little bit looser, more opened up. That's how I experience it. We'll swap sides, same thing here, 1.5 minutes. You can push down towards the wrist, curl up and extend out, or you can push back to the elbow, curl up and extend out. Anything is good to go. As long as you move back and forth with the bar, I'll be happy. That's the best way you can loosen up your forearms, which will affect your wrist in any position you might be experiencing it in. Alright, so that was step one to help alleviate some of that tight wrist and weight feeling in our movements, our barbell forearm smash. Up next, we're going to need yourself a post and also a band. I prefer to go with a little bit thinner band, but if that's all you have is a thicker band, that's totally fine. We're to drop our band as low as we can on the post, and we're just going to pull it snug so it can't fly off. At this point, my back will be to the post. I'm just going to go right hand into the band until you go right around my watch on my wrist. I'm going to fully reach out as far as I can, plant the hand. And once I'm there, we're not going to work on it. All right, now that my right hand is in the band, what we're going to be doing now is, I want you to go from your bicep facing your body, and I want you to screw your hand into the floor and have your bicep facing away. So my bicep will face me, my bicep will now face away. I'm almost screwing or turning back and forth my shoulder. This gives a little more of a tension stretch on your forearm. And we're also circling around the index finger, middle finger, pinky, and back around while screwing the hand to the floor. You're trying to search that tight spot. And once you find that kind of creaky spot, it's not really going too far in the wrist, what I'm going to do is to keep driving that elbow towards your fingertips. And we're going to spend 1.5 minutes per side. Once your 1.5 minutes is up, your wrist will feel kind of dead just from the lack of the blood flow in there from the band, kind of cutting off the circulation. But just kind of roll it out, extend your hand out, get the blood flow back in there. And again, let's get some wrist curls. Should feel a little bit looser compared to your side we have not done yet. All right, so last but not least, we're gonna spend another 1.5 minutes approximately on our opposite hand, reaching all the way out, planting it down, and then just screwing that hand back and forth into the floor, circling around clockwise or counterclockwise, and we're trying to put the wrist in full range of motion, so we're really trying to drive that. If I can give you a better side view, I'm really trying to drive that arm from vertical really forward top of the wrist. Now it's important that we're keeping the palm on the floor. If the palm starts to lift off the ground, we're gonna lose some tension on that forearm. So really keep that palm planted and drive it as far as you can over, but take your time if this is your first time doing it. All right, guys, last but not least, Our third movement today for mobility work is not going to be a smashing or a stretching movement. It's going to be working that range of motion that bothers us the most. So whether it's a push-up or a plank position, whether it's a front rack hold, whether it's an overhead squat with the barbell, we're going to spend a total of 2 minutes. You're going to accumulate time, 2 minutes total, in that position that bothers you the most. So if my wrist problems typically come from my front rack position, I'm going to get a full grip on this bar, and I'm going to hold it with a nice high elbows and a full grip on this bar. If my wrists bother me in an overhead position, I'm going to maintain an overhead position with my hands and my wrist pointing up toward the ceiling. Matter of fact, my knuckles to the ceiling. Sorry about that. I'm going to spend a total of 2 minutes in that position. If my trouble position is a plank or a push-up position, let me drop the camera down for you guys. If my problem area is in a push-up or a plank position again, I'm simply just going to go to that push-up or plank position. And I'm going to hang out in a plank for 2 minutes. I can even just kind of circle around, back and forth. You're accumulating 2 minutes. You don't have to do it 2 minutes straight, but add up that time. And again, we did all that stuff beforehand. We got this new range of motion in the wrist and the forearms. We now have to strengthen that area, otherwise we're going to lose it. So spend a total of 2 minutes and 1 to 3 movements, or even another movement that kind of bothers your wrist. Hope this helped you guys out.